Welcome to the Be Kind podcast with your co-hosts Seth and Rah. Presented by the Animal Advocates of South Central Pennsylvania.
Hello and welcome back to the Be Kind podcast by the Animal Advocates of South Central Pennsylvania after a long, miserable 2-year absence.
I am Rah.
And I'm Seth.
And today we are going to talk about a lot of really great stuff.
Like really, really great stuff.
Super great stuff.
I mean, I cannot believe, Rah, the amount of great stuff we're about to talk about.
Well, it's been a long time, so we have a lot of great stuff to talk about.
It has been. It's been 2 years. The Animal Advocates have been very active in those 2 years.
Very active.
But no podcast.
No podcast.
And we're here today to remedy that. Rah and I are your two brand new co-hosts of the Be Kind podcast. And what the heck are we going to do differently?
We're just going to do everything differently. We're just going to throw everything out and do what we want.
If there was a book, we're throwing it out the window.
I think we set it on fire and then throw it out the window.
We might set the book on fire, throw it out the window, and write a whole new book. But we would be remiss if we didn't thank our previous host, Joe Kirkner. Yeah, thank you, Joe.
Joe did a wonderful job.
Not only as host, but as president of our fine organization, and he has finally taken a well-deserved, well, I don't know, it's not a break, it's he's done.
Moving on to new life ventures, and we wish him very well. He's been great for all of us at Animal Advocates, and he's moving on to bigger and better things now.
He certainly is, but we will no longer get Edgar Allan Poe recitations on the podcast.
But we just want to say a big thank you to Joe. He did really great.
He did, and he steered the organization well. And now we are taking over the podcast. So
commandeered.
Yeah, we've commandeered it. It's really what's going on. In the past, you might have seen John as a third wheel, if you will. Boo! Now he's just behind the camera. So no more John nonsense out here.
John Sense?
John Sense, yes.
No more of that. Do you want to talk about the events we have coming up?
We have events coming up?
We do. We have lots of wonderful events coming up.
So what's the first thing we want to talk about?
The first thing that we have coming up is we have a foraging event with myself and the always lovely Rissa Miller.
Everyone loves Rissa Miller. Everyone loves Rah.
Yeah.
The double R, the Rah and the Riss.
Yeah.
So tell me about the foraging event. What's happening?
Okay, so our foraging event is going to be on Saturday, November 22nd. It's going to be rain or shine, and Rissa and I are going to be teaching everybody all the lovely edibles you can find this time of year. So even though you look outside, it might look a little cloudy, a little rainy, things might look dead, still plenty to eat. And we will also have food.
Do tell more about that.
Yes, I can't tell you more about that.
What? It's a secret?
It's secret.
Oh my
Very
gosh.
Top secret.
So,
but there will be food. Delicious food.
Delicious food.
Delicious food.
And you're going to show people how you could forage food from the land around them.
This time of year.
This time of year, like when everything starts to die. Give me one example of something a lot of people could go out into their backyard and find right now.
In your backyard
Well, maybe not
right
a backyard,
now.
but
No,
yeah.
it's in your backyard.
Okay.
Burdock root. Great. Tasty edible. Places like Japan, they actually cultivate it as a vegetable. It's a delicacy.
And you think a lot of people in this area, central Pennsylvania.
I would guarantee, I would put money on 8 out of 10 people have it in their backyard.
Really?
Yes, I'm that confident.
What's it look like?
Kind of like elephant ear.
Oh, really? I love me some elephant ear.
Yeah, you can't eat elephant
Well, no, I mean, I love the plant. I would eat it if I could.
That's a good clarification. Very good clarification.
I have often thought about eating elephant ear, though.
Well, taro root, that looks a lot like elephant ear.
Okay.
And that's edible.
Okay, well, then I'm going to get me some taro root. But anyway, so what is this? What is the name of the one you were talking about?
It is foraging with Rissa and Rah.
No, the plant that you said people could find in their backyard.
Oh, burdock.
Burdock. So what does it taste like?
Bitter.
Oh. What do you cook it?
You can cook it. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So anyway, that's just a small sample.
Very small snippet.
And so the money made from this event goes to support the Animal Advocates.
It all benefits Animal Advocates of South Central PA. Yep.
Which I think is a good opportunity to talk about what it is we do. Why do we exist? Why are we raising money? Why are we here? Right? Okay. So as it's in the name, Animal Advocates of South Central Pennsylvania. But we're advocating for all animals. Okay? So that means animals that are your typical companion animals that are in your homes, but also every other kind of animal.
Farm animals, wildlife, the things that people don't know are animals, like maybe insects,
Exactly.
which are animals.
Totally. They have feelings, they have nervous systems, that sort of thing. So what does it mean when we say we advocate for them? I mean, so we are tabling at events to try and reach the community. We are going out to local animal sanctuaries and then sort of publicizing what happens on those, and all kinds of different events that we cook up throughout the year to try and educate the public.
Fun little things like picnics and Vegansgiving and
Right.
trunk or treat.
Yes, because that helps create community, which is also a type of advocacy.
It is. It is.
So that's what we're doing here, and we hope on this podcast to touch on a lot of different aspects of that. So sorry, I kind of hijacked the event talking there, but I thought that was
The hijacking is appropriate.
They used to call me the hijacker.
Yeah?
They did. Yeah, it was actually my wrestling name.
Okay.
Yeah. I had a move. Yeah, it's I don't know what the hijacking move was. It was a hijacker. Anyway, there's another event coming up let me consult my notes.
It is Sunday, November 30th.
Sunday, November 30th is what my notes say. And what is that event, Rah?
That is our Vegansgiving.
Vegansgiving.
Huge event.
It is.
Delicious event.
Delicious and huge.
Lots of food.
Lots of food, delicious and huge. You heard it right here. So the Vegansgiving gets bigger every year, and it is just what it sounds like. It's Thanksgiving, but it's all vegan. And right here in central Pennsylvania, the South Central
York, Pennsylvania.
That's right. That's right. And so what can we expect to see at the Vegansgiving?
People bring all kinds of stuff. Tater tot casserole.
Tater tot casserole? I don't know why she loves it. She loves the tater tot casserole, which wasn't my other wrestling name. And what else have you seen there?
Mashed potatoes, gravy, lots of desserts. People bring a lot of very delicious desserts, cakes, pies.
I've seen a
baked
cheesecake.
goods.
I've seen a cheesecake there.
Have you seen a cheesecake?
I've seen a cheesecake.
I wonder why you've seen a cheesecake.
I've seen it. I put my own eyes right on a cheesecake there one time. So anyway, lots and lots of people come out to this.
Traditional Thanksgiving sides. People bring unusual things that aren't traditional Thanksgiving. But I mean, there's just tables and tables and people. And you don't have to bring a dish if you don't want to. If you do, of course, it has to be a completely vegan dish.
Right, absolutely.
I believe we like that you list your ingredients. That way, if people have allergies or, maybe just picky people that don't like mushrooms.
Which includes me.
Are you one of those
I
people?
am not a mushroom enjoyer.
Okay, but do you like wild mushrooms, like real mushrooms?
I don't know.
Like the ones from the woods,
Yeah.
not the ones from the can.
I would say I've never tried that.
Really?
I grew up with an aversion to the texture of mushrooms.
So I did too. I don't like the texture of mushrooms. I don't like the rubbery, and the canned mushrooms are like, ugh, they're disgusting.
Right.
But when I started foraging, another plug for foraging here, that's Saturday, November 22nd. Get your tickets now. When I started foraging and coming into contact with like real mushrooms, the ones that grow in the woods, they're so much different, and they don't have the rubbery texture.
Okay.
They have different textures, they have different tastes, they have different flavors. They're great. Highly recommend them.
And you can find these in South Central Pennsylvania.
You can find them in South Central Pennsylvania. Now is a great time of year to find mushrooms. Yep.
So since you've begun enjoying those types of mushrooms, do you now
I
enjoy-
still do not like canned mushrooms.
okay.
Those are still disgusting.
Yeah.
No, those are still gross. There's no redeeming qualities.
So what are you doing with a mushroom?
That depends on what kind of mushroom it is. My personal favorite are the wood ear mushrooms, and they remind me exactly what eating a human ear would be like.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Oh, it's great. It's wonderful stuff. It's great in ramen.
Really? Okay.
Very delicious.
Is the flavor a little different than your canned mushroom?
So they really absorb whatever flavors you cook it with. So if you have
okay.
like a nice flavorful ramen, if you're making like a nice homemade stock with it, full of veggies, and it's great. Picks up great flavor.
Okay. So anyway, about the Vegansgiving.
Yes.
So every year it gets a little bigger and bigger, or at least
Yes.
it's, stays pretty big. So many people from the local vegan/veg community come
Yeah.
out. And I mean, there's a lot of people that we know, people we don't know, new faces.
And you don't have to be vegan to come out. You
That's
can
true.
just, be like, hey, what is this? I'm curious in, maybe trying, and you can try so many things. And every year I say, all right, I'm just gonna take one spoonful, but even by the end, you have a big plate full of food, even if you're just taking little bits to try everything. So it's, it's a great time to try lots of different things that maybe you don't wanna, buy something for yourself and not like it, and
It's true.
try a recipe that you're not sure your family would like, but you could bring them out and try it.
Absolutely.
Full of opportunities.
So if you're veg curious, it's a great time. Also, if you are vegan or vegetarian and you've been curious about the community and you don't know when to come out or how to meet people, it's a great opportunity for that.
you can come out and you can meet us,
Exactly.
local celebrities.
That's right. We will be very soon at any rate. So you come out, join the community, or come out, try veg food, or come out and come back into the community if you haven't been around for a while, and feeling like there are others that share your values.
Yes.
And you're not alone, and you're not isolated, and you're not weird, and you're not different, and that there's all these people.
Speak for yourself. I'm weird and different.
Not
but-
because we're vegan, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, like feeling that sense of community and togetherness is very important and very helpful to stay vegan if you feel like you're not alone.
It's a great time. There's always a lot of laughs, a lot of seeing old friends, making new friends. It's
true.
It's a good time.
It's true. And I'll say this right now. I'll make this promise on the podcast. If you come up to me at Vegansgiving and say that you heard me say this on the podcast, I will sing I'm a Little Teapot for you right then and there.
I need somebody to do this. I make
Right
no
then
such
and there.
promises, but somebody needs to hold Seth to this, please.
But you're not allowed to tell people to do it.
I'm not going to tell
It has
anybody
to be
do it.
somebody who legitimately saw me
I would
say
love
this
to
on the
see it
podcast.
happen organically.
Okay, all right. So there you go. I'll do it.
All right.
I'll do it. Just like as many times as, only one per person, but as many people, as many people will come up to me and say they saw me on the podcast, I'll sing I'm a Little Teapot for you.
That would be great.
Okay,
Great.
you heard it here first. So I've heard from our producer that there's going to be multiple musical performers at Vegansgiving.
Multiple vegan musical performers.
Are you flipping kidding me?
No.
Multiple vegan, do you know who they are? Is one of them Jeff Stabley?
One of them is Jeff Stabley.
Oh my gosh, Jeff Stabley is a tremendous multi-instrumentalist from the York area and a fantastic man, if I could say so.
And if you've been to previous Vegansgivings, then you would have heard him perform there.
He plays the keyboards there. And also new this year is Natasha Bilinek, who is going to sing and strum a little guitar with one of her friends. And I haven't heard her perform, but through the grapevine, I've heard she's amazing.
Yeah, I would think you would have to be just amazing to be able to perform at Vegansgiving.
I think you would.
Yeah.
I think you would. And I've heard, this one's unconfirmed, Bono.
Have you heard that?
I've heard.
Okay, well, we'll just have to wait and see.
yeah,
Might be a gamble, but
it's that one's unconfirmed, but the other ones are confirmed.
yeah.
Yeah. So moving forward here, what kind of things do you think we want to talk about on the podcast in the future episodes?
All the things.
All the things.
All the things. Something about jam. Something about jam. Yeah.
Like local, like homemade jam.
Yeah. We can make our own jam.
We can make our own jam. We could talk about local restaurants. There's so many restaurants we
There
can
are
talk about.
so many really great restaurants. Some new restaurants opening up.
I've heard some interesting rumors about a new vegan cafe in York.
Ooh, that would be very nice.
It would be.
It's going to be a vintage clothing store and a cafe.
A vintage clothing store and a cafe.
That would be interesting.
That would
That
be.
would definitely be worthwhile to check out.
Certainly. And so we'll, as the months go on, we'll figure out what's going on locally, and we can talk about non-local things and
Yeah.
whatever the heck springs to
Events
mind.
that we have coming up with it, because Animal Advocates always has events. We're doing, whether they're tabling events or they're just fun community events, or if they're with sanctuary events that we're doing. This is generally the slower time of year.
Right,
you know.
absolutely.
Yeah, but we're always doing something.
Right. And we're going to be here to keep you informed about that stuff. And maybe we'll have some guests along the way, lots of local sanctuary owners, restaurant runners, that sort of thing. Maybe some of our pals. So, we've done a nice, introduction to the new podcast, but maybe the people should get to know us a little bit more before they spend more time with us.
That'd be a great idea.
So, Rah, what I'd love to know, and I don't even know this about you, is how and why did you even become vegan to begin with?
That's a great question. That's a really great question. So I actually have children, big surprise, and my daughter was diagnosed with a dairy allergy. So through that and researching the dairy industry and just seeing like how horrific that really was, and looking up recipes. When you look up dairy-free recipes, a lot of times they come up dairy-free and vegan. Okay, well this is interesting. And then looking more into animal agriculture and just how animals are actually treated, and then when you really, actually think about it, when you actually put thought into it, and it's not just an automatic thing, like I go to the store and I buy this because I have to. I go to the store and I buy this because I'm told that I need the protein from it. When you take the time and you research it and you actually look at nutrition, and for me as a mother, looking at what can I do to provide the best for my children, and for them it was a pretty easy switch of I love animals, I don't want to eat them. Yeah. So, it came very naturally, but it was definitely because of and for my children.
Okay.
So, and it's been 11 years now I've been vegan and have not died from protein deficiency.
Oh, how about that?
I know. Crazy things.
How did you find cooking for a family, for vegan? How did you, do you find that to be easy?
Yeah, it's very easy.
Like everyone's on the same page?
I mean, when you have kids, they have their own things that they like, things that they don't like, but they're really good eaters. They eat a lot of really weird stuff. And when I say weird stuff, I mean like they love kimchi, So how many kids are like, oh, I want kimchi. But no, it's great, and really it's more affordable when you're buying things like tofu and beans. It's your pricier stuff is going to be the fancy stuff, like the liquid Miyoko's cheese, So that's not a necessity. It's a splurge, but really it's been pretty easy, and the kids like it. And
excellent, because I do find that to be something you hear a lot of from people. Like they think that that's a frictional point, like I can't go vegan because my kids wouldn't like it.
Well, and see, here's the thing about today, like we're not talking about being vegan in the 90s.
Right.
We're talking about it's 2025, and most grocery stores that you go to, when you walk into there, if there's chicken nuggets, there's vegan chicken nuggets.
Absolutely.
If there's cheese, there's vegan cheese. If there's milk, you have your options of non-dairy milks. I mean, most places they carry almond, soy, cashew, all different kinds, rice, oat. So do you have a favorite non-dairy milk?
I do. I love cashew milk.
Cashew milk. I like it because it's a little thicker, but I do like oat milk. I think just an overall general all-purpose, good for drinking, good for baking. I like that, but I like cashew milk too.
Yeah, cashew is, it's rich.
It is.
It is, and I like that experience. Yeah. So you become vegan for these reasons. How did you get into this local organization or this local scene of advocacy?
So I was actually vegan for, I believe, about 3 years before I even knew that there was any, I just assumed that being vegan, there was nobody around. I mean, we live in this, we don't live in this huge metropolitan area. There was nobody else around. And then a friend was actually suggesting, hey, do you know this Facebook group exists? And I had no idea. So then getting involved in the Facebook group, and then getting involved in events, and then we did 2 years of Veg Fest in York, so I got to meet a lot of really cool people, and a lot of my really good friends now are actually other vegans in the area. So I joke with my kids that I know the entire 1% of the United States population of vegans. They all live right here, and they're all friends with me. So
yeah, I believe it.
I mean, that's how it feels like. We have a really great community.
Yeah,
we do. There's a lot of really, really kind, compassionate people, and so.
Yeah, I find that to be one of the most amazing things about being vegan. It's just the friends and the group and the community. I didn't expect that. You think you're going to be alone?
Yeah, Yeah, and it's not. I mean, and a lot of people, they just are really kind people. And I don't know, they say that, when you eat meat, you're eating the fear, the anger, the suffering, and that kind of transfers. And I don't know how much that's true. It could be a podcast episode.
It certainly could be.
Delve into that.
Yes.
But yeah, I know for me personally, I feel like it has helped me become a more compassionate person, not just for animals, but also for other people, which we also happen to be animals.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, and that's, so before I went vegan, which was about 10 years ago, I thought of myself as a very compassionate person. I thought, that I had all these causes. I was very tuned into unhoused people and marginalized communities and all these different things. And I got in a relationship with somebody who was vegan.
Okay.
She didn't pressure me to be vegan, but just being around her and seeing the choices she made, it did not take long for me to think, well, what am I doing? Like, what are these choices that I'm making? Because I loved animals so much. And I had frequently gone to zoos, and I loved being at the zoo. And I also felt weird about the zoo.
Yeah.
And I didn't know
why
what that was. I didn't know what that friction was. Then when I started dating this partner, she wouldn't go to the zoo with me. And it's just, everything, the dots started to connect, and then it started to crystallize that the animal thing was the same as the marginalized communities of humans that I had cared so much about. And it all started to roll itself together. And I was vegetarian for about 1 week, and then I just became vegan because I was eating this cheese, and I did all this education right away, reading all this stuff, and then there was, at the time in central Pennsylvania, briefly, there was this very active, let's say, animal activism group that did a lot of protests and interesting actions. They reached out to me, I guess they were doing a search on Facebook for people that were, and so they said, hey, come and to this orientation we're doing. And so I did that, and so that my very first introduction to activism at all for animals was pretty hardcore activism.
Yeah.
Which was interesting. The animal advocates didn't exist yet at that time, and so that was all there was. Then long story short, that organization went away, and I was at a street fair. I guess it was a Wolfstock in Harrisburg or something like that, and there was a booth there that said Animal Advocates of South Central, and I was like, hey, and I started talking to everybody, and then it was literally 5 or 6 months into my veganism, and I just slid right in.
All right, well, thanks for sharing your story, Seth.
It was my pleasure to share my story, Rah.
So before we get out of here, we would like to discuss one other very important topic.
What is that?
Well, we talk about all this great community, but we're actually looking for some more volunteers.
Yes, we always need more volunteers, always.
Yep, because we do all these events, and we are completely volunteer run. Everything that we do is based on the work of volunteers.
And you don't have to have any experience volunteering.
Nope.
We have these booths at events. And so that's where we really talk to the public just about veganism and animals and all that stuff. And you don't have to have any experience doing that. It's something that you can learn.
And if you're not comfortable talking to people, you can always come out to an event, and then there's always people there, such as Seth, that you can just watch how Seth talks to people and learn and maybe expand your own comfort zone, or just come and hang out. It does look good to have a booth where there are people there, and we're having a good time, and there's more than just 2 weird vegans that show up to these events.
Right.
Yeah.
The more of us there are, the less isolated it looks.
But then we also do other events. We could use volunteers for things like when we do the picnic, or last month in October we did a trunk or treat for the kids. And there's always lots of opportunities, even if you don't enjoy talking to people. Introverted people can be vegans too, and they can still support
Absolutely.
group. So how can people find us?
There's a multitude of ways.
Okay.
I think the first way is Facebook.
Probably very easy. A lot of people have Facebook. Animal Advocates of South Central PA.
Yeah, Animal Advocates of South Central PA. And every single one of those words is important in there.
It is, because you might get a different group.
Right. I mean, I'm not going to mention North Central Pennsylvania. I'm just kidding. I love all Pennsylvanians.
No matter their accent.
No matter their accent or what region of the state they're from, I love
The whole
them
state
all.
is beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I'm Pennsylvania through and through. I mean, I'm true blood Pennsylvanian.
I mean, once you hit that state line on either side, you know.
Thumbs down,
yeah.
thumbs down. I even like Johnstown.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've been known to like Johnstown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll mess with Johnstown.
Okay.
So anyway, how else can people find us?
Now, people can go to the website, animaladvocatesscpa.com.
That's true, they can. And I believe there's a little tab on there for volunteer, like how to volunteer.
I believe there is a tab there for
There is.
volunteers. Yes.
And I think they could also just straight up email us if they wanted to.
You could always email us.
And that would be info@animaladvocatesscpa.com. That'd be how you email us.
So it seems like we like to spell out animal advocates and then we abbreviate the SCPA.
Right.
I mean, South Central Pennsylvania, that's
It's
a
long.
lot to say.
It is. It's a long thing. I mean, we could abbreviate animal advocates and spell it out, the rest of it, but
That would be weird.
That would
you
be
start
weird.
getting into AA and it just gets weird.
it does get weird.
Yeah.
It does. So that's 3 ways.
That is 3 ways.
Facebook, website, email. You could come to Vegans Giving, make me sing I'm a Little Teapot, and tell me you want to volunteer. You could do that.
That would be a 4th way. Come out to events and see us and sign up that way.
Yeah. So we got all that going on. Anything else we want to talk about here, Rah?
I think that's a great first episode. We did really great.
I'm pretty pumped about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I see good things in the future for this.
Oh yeah. And we snowballed with a lot of stuff. We can come up with lots of really great ideas from here.
Yeah. This is just the beginning. This is the foundational episode.
I was gonna say tip of the iceberg. We were going in opposite directions.
We were,
there.
but they're similar
Yeah,
metaphors.
yeah, they're similar.
Like if we were building a house, the podcast was a house. This is the foundation.
Yes, you would definitely start with the foundation of a house.
But if the whole podcast was an iceberg, this is the tip of it.
It would be.
Yeah. Now, if the whole podcast was the Titanic, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there.
That's weird. Don't go.
Yeah, we won't go there. We won't do it. All right. Well, we haven't worked out what like our sign off will be.
Ooh, that's okay. Yeah.
Maybe we should work that out like right here in front of everybody.
Yeah, you think so?
I think so.
Like a secret handshake in front of everybody?
Yeah, like what?
Okay.
How should we sign up? Maybe is it a different sign off every episode, or should we have a same?
I like switching it up. I feel like routine can become, redundant.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it should be vegan-y, right? It should be
what is a
kind empathy. You could be like, hey, don't forget to have empathy, or or like, hey, tofu, get about it, or something like that, right?
If you want to say the cool catchphrases, you can.
Okay.
Or what about just both of you at the same time?
Oh, I got it. No, I got it. From Rah and Seth, don't eat death. What do you think?
Oh my god.
Eh? That's pretty good.
I love it. I do. I love it. That's great.
Thank you,
That's
thank you.
wonderful.
So,
what's the producers?
I was gonna say, why don't you both at the exact same time say, remember, be kind.
No, that's terrible.
Be kind.
That's terrible.
No, it's good.
No, I think that you should say from Rah and Seth, and I'll say, don't eat death.
I like that.
Yeah, all right. But I think this whole part should be kept in, right?
I do think this should all be kept in.
We'll see
This
what
is very.
happens.
We'll see what we'll see.
The hosts are telling you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you ready? You ready for this?
Yes. You ready?
Yeah, here we go.
Okay. So from Rah and Seth.
Don't eat death.
Oh dear God. What have I gotten myself into?
I think that's pretty legit.
That was
That's
great.
pretty legit.
That was great.
Thank you for listening to the Be Kind podcast, presented by the Animal Advocates of South Central